Hello guys, and welcome to the video about my car. After 1 year, my BMW 330d completed 1 year now, and I did the MOT, and in this video I'm gonna tell you all about the costs, what I did, what happened, and why did it fail the MOT certificate. So let's dive right in. So actually, apart from the failed MOT, everything was perfectly fine. Just joking, but honestly guys, the car performed very well throughout the year. There was no problems with any mechanical parts like people are saying, EGR valves, turbos or timing chain or anything. There was no problem. The reason why it failed the MOT is because of the oil leak, and that oil leak already I knew about it when I bought the car, or soon after I bought the car. I did the service actually, and the guys told me there's an oil leak. I didn't know where is it from, how serious it is, but during the year I only had to top up the oil every 2, sometimes even 3 months. 1 liter of oil every 2-3 months is actually not that bad, especially in a BMW. My previous one, the petrol one, I had to top up 1 liter every month. That's good for the engine in a sense. It cleans the oil. You always have a fresh oil. Obviously you have to spend to buy the oil, but I think it's actually not that bad. So I just left it over the year because it was nothing serious, and obviously it wasn't leaking that much. If it would be leaking a couple liters per month, then obviously that would be something serious. But the guy said when they were doing service that it was nothing major. So actually I just left it during the year, but obviously that caused the car to fail MOT because they put it here as oil leaking excessively from the engine, and dangerous for bicycle riders or motorbike riders, oil spill on the road. So actually when they failed the MOT, I went on and bought the part. The part in question was oil filter housing, as you can see there, and it's apparently a very common fault on those engines. It basically the housing somehow breaks, the plastic simply I don't know, cannot handle the pressure, or something happens. A bit weird problem, to be honest, but that's what happens. I bought a used one for £80 on eBay, and then I went and I wanted to get a brand new gasket. I didn't want to buy it online. I just went to BMW. If it would be too expensive I wouldn't get it, but it was only £16, so it was really cheap, and altogether was like £95 plus the fixing of the the time for the mechanic and labor and everything. £80, so let's say around 160-170 pounds all in all. That's what the car cost me, apart from the usual wear and tear, apart from the usual maintenance during the whole year, when I was really having fun with it, when I was really trashing it. I'm still trashing it, revving it to red line, not all the time, but a couple times a day at least. And I'm really having fun with the car, really love the car, and that's all the extra cost, maintenance cost, apart from the usual wear and tear. As you can see, the car is 160,000 miles, so it should already start falling apart because it's a BMW. Somebody remapped the engine to 300 bhp, so it could well be much worse at this point in time after 160,000 miles, but nothing honestly happened apart from this leak that I knew since the beginning. So it might already be there. It was there before, it just wasn't something that it was an urgency to fix. Other things that I did with the car during the year was this rear shocks. I changed the rear shocks because also the guy, when they did the service, they said they're misting already, they're leaking a bit. And then one point, actually after 6 months, one of them failed, and I had a really rough ride for a week before I replaced them. And In this new MOT, they say the front ones are as well missing a bit the shock absorbers, so I think I'm gonna as well do it in a couple months time. It's nothing major, no other advisories, no other problems recorded on the MOT. Everything passed with flying colors, only that leak that I had to fix. So honestly guys, I really love the car, don't have any issues to report. As I said in the other videos, I bought the car with, you know, the Carly for BMW app that I use to check it, and it's still showing until today, a year later, they're still showing problem with the glow plugs, all 6 of them. So either they're glow plugs or is the ECU controlling the glow plugs. And I noticed in the cold, when the car starts, the revs are, you know, going up and down, going up and down. The car is trying to lower the revs as soon as the engine warms up, you know, to lower the revs on idle, and trying to basically, you know, consume less diesel, but that causes, you know, the fluctuations. And I really want to fix it this year. In a couple months I want to take it to like independent specialists just to make sure that they will properly diagnose if it's the ECU or is the glow plugs. But I'm driving like that for a year now, and nothing happens, you know, nothing, you know, no major issues with that. As you can see, the car cost me about 5,000 pounds. I've driven about 15,000 miles in a year. Nothing happens. Mixed driving, mostly motorway I would say, but it's almost 50-50 city driving and motorway. A lot of traffic driving where, you know, I have to use the clutch a lot. Nothing makes any sound, the clutch or gears don't engage. No smoke coming, you know, maybe not too much from the rear. So I didn't have any problems with EGR, no timing chain problems. I actually spoke with the mechanic last week, and he said that on the 3-liter diesel engines the timing chain is actually pretty much you know, indestructible. On the 2-liter diesels it's breaking a lot. So if you have, you know, a car that's done already 150 or even less 1,000 miles, then I would recommend, you know, changing that. And it's an expensive job because the timing chains apparently in the back of the engine, so it's a pain. So I'm just gonna leave mine, hoping it won't break, as the guy said that in the 3 liters are very strong and very resistant. And the only other issue I have since the beginning is with the washers, you know, the ones that pop out in the bumper. I honestly hate them because in the M3 I think it was already like built in. It doesn't, you know, slide out, and in mine they just don't come back. I tried to put WD-40 and did something, and it still like stayed there, so it's a bit annoying. If you know like any solution to that, guys, let me know in the comments below. But that's the only niggle I've got with the car, to be honest, is that washers don't go back inside the bumper. So this year I'm gonna probably, like I said, fix a couple more things, the shocks maybe, also the glow plug fault, you know, try to figure out which one is it and fix that. Apart from that, honestly nothing. I'm just gonna keep driving, keep, you know, having fun with the car. Maybe I will just start adding some nice modifications, like, you know, change the spoiler because it's very ugly, the rear one. Maybe, you know, paint the bumper if there are some scratches on it, and just try to make it nice and look fresh, you know. Maybe refurbish the wheels because they are like that since the beginning, but the diamond cut wheels are much more expensive to refurbish, and I would really like to keep them in that color because I really like the diamond cut color. So all in all, guys, really good car, didn't have any issues with it, and I'm just gonna keep driving and keep having fun with it. So let me know any questions below in the comments. Thank you guys for watching, hope to see you in the next one. Look us out.